What's up, Gemini? Welcome to your September 2020 reading. This is going to be a general reading for you Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please keep in mind it's not going to resonate with all of you guys, okay? So definitely check out your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus if you need an added message or something, right? I want to, first of all, apologize to you guys. You did not receive an August reading. Actually, most of the signs didn't. I only did about 4, and then life happened. Okay, I was going through some family stuff at the beginning of this month, and I honestly just wasn't in the right headspace to continue reading. And I feel like it's my job and my responsibility as a reader to not read when I'm really not okay. So I hope you guys understand. We're here now. Let's move on. I'm really excited to do this reading for you guys. The month of September, Virgo season, we already know that's very much about work and daily routine, health, wealth, all that kind of stuff, right? Sixth house energy. But for you guys, what's going to be really highlighted this month is your fourth house energy of home, foundations, even your emotional foundations, the mother. It's all kind of like that Cancer energy. Also, with the I'm blanking. Oh, with the Pisces full moon coming up here on September 2nd, that is a lot to do with your 10th house energy, which is all about your career, your fame, achievements, goals, public image, that sort of thing. So I will say it doesn't feel like love is so much a priority this month, but I will clarify all the cards to make sure I know what I'm talking about, right? You do have a lot of fire energy showing up here. So either you guys are dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or also this is just kind of going back to talking about the drive that you guys are having this month, especially in terms of your work endeavors. Now, before I get into the cards, what I do want to remind you guys is Mars is in Aries, right? Right. We know this. It will be in Aries till January, right? And for you guys, Mars, well, for everybody, Mars is also going retrograde, right? September 9th to mid-November. I wanted to keep you guys aware of the fact that whenever any planet goes retrograde, it's like a perceived backward motion, right? So it's usually when we feel like things are stagnant, it's really not so much a time to try new things. It's really a good time for reviewing and reassessing what we've done, and so that we can build and be better and move on forward, right? So for you guys, and for everybody, because Mars has a lot to do with our aggression, how we take action, how we show drive, how we commit ourselves to work, even how we love and our sex drive, it can have some effects on those things, right? So this is a time, the next couple months where, people can be feeling a little bit more insecure and unsure. A lot of petty fights could break out at this time, just because in general, everyone's feeling a little bit more spicy. And sex drive for some people can be a little bit low. So if you are noticing that, especially if you're in a relationship, you have a partner, this might be a good time to, I don't know, girl, get on your Googles and do some research, okay? Be open-minded as well. And I'm saying that too because you guys, at your unseen energy is the Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles is very much a collaborative card, right? If we're thinking about the original Rider-Waite deck, we think about the 3 most unlikely characters coming together to create something beautiful, to create a piece of work. It's a great, in terms of since we're talking about fourth house energy with foundations, it's a great start to a good foundation, right? But it also is, asking us to keep an open mind, right? Because these are the 3 unlikely people who are working together, but look at how they created something so beautiful. So really be sure to not judge a book by its cover, maybe dig a little deeper. Virgo energy, Virgos, if you know Virgos, if you're close to them, they're all about detail. They're very detail-oriented people. So this might be, the month that you look a little bit closer into things and look more at the details instead of what is surface level. And yeah, let's get into this. So you guys are starting out with 4 of Cups, Queen of Wands, and 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Cups, again, going back to On the love front, I don't see a whole lot popping off. If anything, I don't know, you guys might even be feeling like you want to distance yourself a little bit more from people. Four of Cups energy is very much a dissatisfied energy. Like, it's just someone who feels very indifferent with the options that are in front of them. Like, nothing's really like miracle whipping you. You're just like, okay, whatever, right? And this could be either because we just feel like we don't see what we like in the options that are given, or you could be just feeling so full off of what you got. Now, some of you, I want to say, and I'm going to be skipping around a little bit because this is how I'm getting the messages, but right underneath that, you've got the Knight of Swords. So this is your energy, but this is actually what's in the environment placement. So some of you guys might be having it out a little bit in terms of your relationships with your partner. You might not be seeing eye to eye, right? Knight of Swords energy is very abrasive. It's very much the person who puts their foot in their mouth and like thinks before they, or I'm sorry, speaks before they thought, right? Or someone who just says something that could be hurtful. Some of you guys might be connecting to a Scorpio. You do have death energy here. But it just feels like for some of you guys, something might be coming to a close. Something might be coming to an end because I don't know. It just doesn't feel like you're satisfied in the situation. Now, of course, this isn't going to resonate with all of you guys, but for those who you're hitting or who this is hitting for, you might be in a relationship where you're feeling like, I don't really know if this is it anymore. Death energy is, it's not like the Scorpio where things just sporadically happen. Death, we see death coming. So if there is something that's ending, whether it is career, whether it's certain relationships that you have, like with certain friends or actual intimate relationships, this is no surprise. This isn't something that like just hits you out of nowhere. This is something that you kind of see coming. And so for some of you guys, I feel like you're kind of in that beginning place of that, right? Now, Queen of Wands and the Three of Wands. Again, you've got a lot of fire energy here. So I don't know if you guys are connecting with the fire sign. But Three of Wands energy is about waiting for our ships to sail in. This is someone who's already done the plan. They've already got the inspiration, right? So they've already got the spark, the excitement, the inspiration from that Ace of Wands, which they've now turned that inspiration and that spark into an actual idea and planned it out, right? And Two of Wands usually talks about like trying something new. So in most cases, this is maybe you guys going for something new. And we follow that Three of Wands. This is you guys waiting for your ships to sail in. So this is about you really, you know, when it's with the Queen of Wands, for me, this is very much an energy of attracting that chasing. It's like you've already done everything you could do to get whatever it is to roll in, right? But, and then going to the Queen of Wands is very attractive. She's very fun. She's very flirty. She's the hostess with the mostest. She's like good with people. She's spontaneous. She doesn't do anything she's not passionate about, you know, like she is a fun type of person and she's someone who attracts things. She doesn't work for it much. There's not much that Queen of Wands ever really has to do except just be. And so I think this is where you guys are really at. I think you've got a lot of opportunities coming towards you. Underneath that Queen of Wands, I will say you do have the Fool card. So this is a chance right now for new beginnings. And what we will see, for some of you guys, I feel like it could be love. I think that some of you guys are experiencing something that you know full well you need to separate yourself from. And some of you guys, this is really going to be good for you in terms of your career and like just your name out there. Remember that 10th house energy, this is things, you know, you guys being highlighted and your public image looking really good. And this is something that I feel like you guys have had to be patient with, right? But, ooh, Lord. With Temperance card, we've got the Temperance card that is clarifying the Four of Pentacles. So this might be a message to some of you guys, like Sagittarius season, end of November, beginning of December might be really big for you guys in terms of maybe some of you guys are moving. Maybe some of you guys are in a place where you're trying to get all that worked out now, especially if you're trying to buy a home. This could be you guys, you know, going through all the procedures, all the steps, and maybe at, you know, in November or so is whenever you actually get approved for your loan or, you know, actually find the place, that type of thing. But whatever it is that you guys have been really working so hard to achieve, I think that this is something that has really tested your patience. It's required you to be very hopeful and like have that divine faith, right? It's also required you guys to get a little bit more balanced, right? When we talk about Temperance card, this is an angel who has their foot one dipped in the water, which is all emotions, and one dipped on land. So this is both being both practical and emotional. And I think for a lot of you guys, especially as it pertains to career, this is you guys melting your passions and your work together, which is really, really beautiful. Because there are people who go through life and never really find that, you know, they just work a job that they feel like they have to work, or do things that they have to do because they feel like they have to do it. But for this, for you guys, I feel like there's a sense that a lot of you guys are really working that together. I really suggest watching Sagittarius video, whether you have Sagittarius placements or not. Again, that is your polar opposite sign. And there are some serious similarities in the messaging here that I think would work out for you guys, right? Sometimes I watch videos of signs that have, like, I don't have not one placement in it because maybe the title resonates, and then so I still get whatever I need to get out of it, right? Because whose lesson is it? Whose ever ears it falls upon. That's what my angel always tells me. And so I'm just reminding you guys that too. Okay. Knight of Swords, Fool card, and Emperor. Okay. That's what's popping up next here. Again, that Knight of Swords is what's in your environment. Again, petty fights can really, really happen right now. And I don't know why, but people insist on trying Geminis all the time. Trust me, I know, honey, I'm a Gemini moon. It's like, I'm the last person you want to get into a fucking argument with. Are you crazy? Ooh. Okay. Tower card. Clarifying the Knight of Swords. Lord Jesus. Four of Cups. I hate to say it, but there might be something that comes out this month that is causing some friction. And this could be also what's influencing that Four of Cups, right? Because you got, I don't know if I said Four of Swords, but if I did, it was an accident. You got Four of Cups here showing up at the bottom of the deck as well. So some of you guys, there might be someone in your space that you were either dealing with. That this could be Pisces energy. This could also be, I'm getting Pisces, I'm getting Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Does not have to be, but this is an energy of, okay, shit hits the fan, and instead of, I feel like instead of someone owning up to their piece of the mess, right, or whatever, I feel like this is someone who's going to be a little bit more argumentative. I want you to keep in mind that people are feeling more petty. I want you to keep in mind that arguments are more prone to break out at this time, and I want you to keep in mind that that shit don't matter. And honestly, you just don't even have time for it. You just don't. You just don't have the time for it. You just don't have the time for it. You don't. What I want you to do is focus on maintaining and being in this Queen of Wands energy of attracting and getting the things that it is that you do want, instead of going down to this person's level. Because I just feel like there's someone who's around you that like insists on messing with you at this time, and probably because things aren't going right in their lives. And whenever you run up against that type of a person, all you can really do is kind of feel sorry for them and honestly pray for them, because as cliche as it is, it's true as hell that hurt people hurt people. You know what I mean? Oh, snap. Okay, so for you singles, there is, oh, snap. Okay. There is an opportunity for love. There is an opportunity coming in, actually. Yeah. You got the Fool card, which is being clarified by the Six of Cups. Six of Cups energy, super nostalgic, super, you know, in our feels. It's a very balanced energy. It's a very loving energy. This is also soulmate energy. So some of you guys might be connecting to a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, could be connecting to an Aquarius, could be connecting to anybody, but this is about taking new risks, especially in terms of love. Now, the main thing with the Fool card, because there are so many cards in the tarot deck that signify new beginnings, one thing we have to remember when it comes to the Fool card is there's a major risk that is involved, right? Because the Fool card basically requires us and asks us to pack light. We can't take our baggage of yesterday, of our old relationships with us. Also, the Fool card is, it talks about like a foolish energy. It's a newer energy. And I don't mean foolish, like in some ways, depending on what cards are around it, it could be like, oh, yo, you're being a fool right now. But in this case, I feel like it's talking about a childlike energy. And then I love how with the Six of Cups, there's children in this card, right? So there's a childlike energy here, which for me, there's a difference between childish and childlike, which is so funny because I'm reading a book right now, A Return to Love. If you've never read it before, it's amazing. I suggest you guys read it. And I actually just got done reading the chapter where she talks about this, so I'm going to quote it. It's by Marianne Williamson. But she was saying how there's a difference between being childish and childlike. Childish is obviously like that immature energy, right? But when you're childlike, it's about being almost like fresh, right? It's about having that childlike excitement and energy and like kind of almost that fearlessness to go forth and do things. And that really reminds me of the Fool card. So I think a lot of you guys are going into something new. This could be new relationship for some of you guys. It just feels like there's somebody or something else that's trying to bring you down, but I don't even think y'all have time for it because you got something new that's beautiful coming up here. And then at the bottom of the deck right now, what's clarifying that is that 10 of Pentacles card, which is all about abundance, right? And abundance is more than just having the monies. It's about having the great relationships too. You got a beautiful family here. They're living good, looking good, feeling good, got the money good, like everything's good. It's about legacy. So for some of you guys who are connecting to a new lava, this is actually could be very promising. Underneath that, you've got the King of Cups, who is the most emotionally intelligent. Kings are always masters of their suit. So you guys might be connecting to water. Some of you guys are cringing as I'm saying that. But it's just, if it's not a water sign, it's a very loving emotional relationship where things are emotionally balanced and in a way that I think you guys, it's not overkill for you. So you singles, there is opportunity for that. Although I will say, still in all, I think the focus of this month is really more around you and your career, but almost as if that could be what kind of helps bring this energy in, right? Because sometimes when we chase things, whatever it is that we're chasing is going to be running away from us. That's just the energy of chasing. But if we're attracting things, right, just by being ourselves and you know, feeling great, looking great, doing the things, whatever, then sometimes we end up attracting more than what we would have thought. Now, interesting. Emperor is being clarified by the 5 of Cups. I don't know how I feel about that. Some of you guys might be missing someone. This might be a month where you're kind of feeling a little, I miss someone, especially going into the end of the month. We get more into Libra season. Libra season is 7th house energy. It's all about relationships, partnerships, all of that. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe there's going to be a Mercury retrograde at that time too. So, which we know always brings back the thought or actual physical manifestation of exes. So there is this chance that maybe you guys are missing someone. Could be an Aries if you've dealt with someone like that. But the 5 of Cups energy, we have to remember, yes, things may have went wrong in the past with this 3 of Cups sitting here, but we got 2 cups right here, girl. 2 cups is like new love coming in. So I think that goes really good with the message of the Fool and the 6 of Cups. And even this might be also a hint for some of you guys to, like with the Emperor energy, right? Emperor energy is Aries energy, but it's about authority. It's about, you know, the authority. Like the Emperor is the law, basically. And with the Emperor energy, just like every other card kind of has a little bit of duality in it, but all these cards can mean something both good and bad for the most part. An Emperor can easily be a dictator in the worst type of way. So whether this is maybe a lesson to you of like, maybe like in the next relationship, not trying to control things so much, or like maybe you guys are missing someone who may have shown up as being a really controlling person in your life. These feelings are here, and I just want you to be mindful of that. And just know that it's okay, because what you've got is coming up is so beautiful. And some of these feelings might be coming up too, especially related to that Tower card and Knight of Swords, especially if someone's like making you feel bad about things that went wrong in the past. Things didn't go wrong in the past. Things went exactly how they need to go in the past. You know, our experiences that come before us are there to teach us lessons, period. Whether they work out as us being with someone romantically forever or not, that can go either way, but there's always a lesson in everything, even if it doesn't end the way you want it to, okay? So you guys, as your oracle card, got, I witness the darkness and call in the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. Which is beautiful, because really, what is the opposite of love? It's not hate. The opposite of love is actually fear. People hate the things that they fear because they don't understand them, and that's really what it's about. It's about it's a fear. So looking at things from a different perspective and deciding to look at things through the eyes of love instead of being fearful and just brushing it off and hating it, that's going to be so much more powerful for you and everybody else. Okay. And then you guys got free yourself and dreams of abundance. Now, like I said, for some of you guys, it feels like this might be a time of separation. For some of you guys, of course, obviously with that death card and the 4 of Cups, just you guys feeling kind of indifferent and like, I think this is maybe closing out. So it says it's time to take back control of your life. Boom. And then, yeah, connecting with that Emperor card, because again, Emperor card on a bad day can be someone who's super controlling. So maybe this is you guys really kind of taking back your power with someone who may have been like that with you in the past. Now, you also got Dreams of Abundance, which is a great card, especially considering, look, 10 of Pentacles popped up again. Especially considering all that. So it says, as you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. Yes. Okay. So these are really good messages for this month. Be mindful of people coming back. Be mindful of people trying to argue with you. Be mindful that there might be a little bit of this month where you're feeling a little bit insecure or unsure or just not like yourself, maybe sexually. Everything's coming together. A lot of you guys have a lot of new, beautiful things ahead of you. And I think it's going to just require a little bit of an open mind, because I don't know that it'll look like what you thought it would look like, okay? But I think it'll be beautiful nonetheless. So I love you guys. If you're interested in a personal reading, definitely reach out to me at shesvibetarot@gmail.com. Go to my About tab, look at the menu of services and pricing. Figure that out, please, before you reach out to me. If you like this video, please thumbs up. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.